Welcome to Mama's Playground.
Yay! And we got, it's What Would You Do Wednesday?
I forgot to say that. What would you do Wednesday? This is Darlene's What Would You Do Wednesday, which we have brought back our beautiful Clara.
Thank you.
Our in-house expert in travel and retreats. And if you want to find yourself again, this is the person.
Yeah, we brought her back for What Would You Do Wednesday, which Darlene is
Yes.
running this one. We have no clue what she's going to spring on us.
Okay.
So we're just going to go with it.
Curious.
So I'm going to put it like this. Has it ever happened to you that you go to a restaurant with a group of friends and you're like, I'm just going to order a salad, and then you end up paying $150 because they decided to split the bill? Or that
Yes.
you're like being conservative, say, you know what, I money, it's tight right now, let me just order something that's, I don't know, well, nowadays, especially in Florida, $25 dish. And then everybody's like ordering appetizers and expensive dishes and the lobster
whiskey
and a bottle of wine, which in my case, I'll have some of that, but some people don't. What would you do?
Clara, I'm going to give it to you first, and then I'm going to go second.
You know, it's happened to me. It's happened to me plenty of times. And I have been in the ambiance where maybe close friends, or maybe it's just people I met, and so it's like decisions. Like, what do we do? Do we ask for separate bills, 8 separate bills, or do we split the bill? If I'm with a close group of friends and Monica's ordering a salad and we're all ordering bottles of wine, you know what, Monica? Don't worry about it. We got you. That is exactly how it's gonna go down, because she does not need to be paying for a wine bottle and appetizers and all the extras when she just ordered a salad. So we got you, girl. We got you.
That's because
okay?
you're conscious.
I'm conscious.
You're conscious.
I'm
That's
conscious
good.
of what is going around
That's
on
good.
the table. Maybe it's just, because what I do. So I'm conscious and I'm watching and I'm observing, but I'm going to cover your salad. That is how it's going to go down.
I appreciate that.
But have you had a
I do appreciate that.
we can go to
And
dinner
then we
with
can split the bill with the rest of the people, and I will say, I got you very secretly. Don't even worry about it.
Take
Let's do
notes,
this.
people. Take notes. But has it happened to you that you're like,
100%.
oh my God, today I'm not drinking, I'm in antibiotics, or I just don't
Yes.
want to drink, or I don't want to have a heavy meal. I came here
Yes.
to wish my friend a happy birthday. Let me sit down and have,
Yes.
whatever, a soup. And then it's like, okay, we're going to split it. And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, it has happened to me. And, if you're going to go out, I always say you go out with the mentality that you're going to be ready to spend money. So I am all for splitting the bill. I do not want the drama of like, I had this, I had that, I had this.
Yeah.
So I'm all about splitting the bill.
But let me
it
tell
has
you,
happened.
Or say like separate check.
That's not fair though, because it's happened to me. Like I've gone before. Of course, I'm like you. If I know we're gonna go out, it's because we're gonna eat and we're gonna try to we're gonna split. I don't want to be penny pinching and going,
Right.
well, you had 50 cents more here. Like I don't want to do that. But there has been a time, and I will not forget. We went out with like 10 people. And I was like, I'm not even hungry. I already ate, but I just want to come because I want to be with everybody. I want to enjoy. And I think I had like one cocktail, okay? These people were ordering food, appetizers, wine, bottles, this. The bill gets there, and I think that bill was like, I don't know, $1,000, okay? And I'm looking at the bill, and I'm like, fuck. I was like, what do I say? Excuse me, you're gonna have to edit that.
No, it's okay to say fuck.
You're gonna have to, no, this is mama. And then my kids look back and go, oh, mommy's cursing, and I'm okay, and it's okay for me to curse, and I'm gonna say, no, it's not. But anyways, I look at the bill, and I'm looking at Benjamin, and I'm going, I didn't order anything, and like, what are we gonna be paying? Like, why do I have to, like, I mean, it was a big bill.
Yeah.
And nobody was conscious enough to say, hey, Monica didn't eat, so like, nobody. So I was like,
What?
shit, now I'm stuck paying for a bill for everybody's drinks and all that.
Right.
So I was a little irritated. But at the same time, it's probably my fault because I should have known, don't go out if you're not gonna eat, you know what I mean? Like, don't try to just spend time with people because they're gonna expect you to like pay the bill with them, Most people, I think I would be like you. If I saw Darlene didn't have anything and she had one little glass of wine and I was eating up like $100 of food, I'm not gonna make her pay $15. I'll be like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't
I
worry about it.
agree.
I would be just like that. But
Yeah, but on the other side, I've been in a situation where I've had to pay, and split the bill.
Extra.
And
Yeah.
I'm not a heavy drinker. And now, we're at a point of our lives where we decided we can say no to these things. We can say
Yes.
no to going out. We can say no. It's okay because maybe we're in a financial state where we don't want to spend $200 because we don't want to be put in that position where we're like, can you just bring me my, charge me for my 2 glasses of wine?
Yeah.
I'm not going to split
Yeah.
the bill. So Andy and I, my husband, we do make that decision sometimes. We're like, this is going to be a $200 night. Easy. I'm not drinking. You're not in the mood to drink.
Yeah.
So I think we need to pass,
Yeah.
know? Or if we go, then we say, hey, a $200 night, we better be ready.
Also, I think that people should be okay with people coming in and saying we have our own check. Fabiana
Yes.
and I, we usually do that. We go to any of these and we tell the waitress, we are in one check, whatever. And then when the bill comes and everybody's going crazy or whatever, it's like, hey, we got our check. Nobody should be offended at that. But then what can happen, and it recently happened, is you end up paying way more than your dish. There's also the situation where there's a birthday, right? And then let's pay for her or let's pay for him. It's her special day. It's his special day. So we're gonna cover them. But I feel like these are things that have to be discussed before you get there. Hey, by the way, we're gonna cover this person or that. And it's just, we're in rough times and we're all trying to save $1 here and there. And if they're your friends, they're gonna understand. You get there and you tell the waitress, we're on a separate check.
But wait. But there's also, because I've seen this happen so many times, and I say ese vivo porque es un vivo. When I say vivo, it means like they're haciéndose loco, ¿verdad? They go to the thing, they know they're gonna spend, they order the food, and then all of a sudden, they have to leave. Oh no, I have to go. Somebody's calling me.
Are you kidding me?
That has happened on 2 occasions.
No.
That I had 2 different people, and I said, are you kidding me? They left the bill, they didn't pay, and then when they went to go collect the money afterwards, the money never came. Oh yeah, I'll pay you, and they didn't pay. So everybody got
vivo.
stuck paying. Yes, that's
a
un
vivo.
vivo for real. I've seen that happen as well.
That's crazy because people leave it, but they're like, you know what? I already paid for my part, or here's
Correct. No,
some
I have to
cash.
go.
Let me know if there's
And-
more. I'll
and I've
Venmo
done
you.
that where I've left, but I've had a communication with hey, can you cover me? And then I'll just
pay
tell
you back.
You know what? Whatever it is, just let me know and I'll tell you. And that's happened. But for them to just leave and be like, thanks, guys.
No, I have to go.
See ya.
No, cóbrame la cuenta. Charge me later. I'll pay you. And then a week has passed by, 2 weeks, and they never paid the thing. And then people forget, and you forget to get your money, and that person se hizo el loco and didn't pay anything. And then you're like, I'm never going out. When they say that person's coming, I'm never going.
Yeah, I'm honestly not a fan of birthdays in restaurants because first of all, unless you have a round table, you're depending on the time that you get there, you might be stuck in the corner and you don't even get to spend time with them because you're at a restaurant. It's not like you can be getting up. Well, depends where you go, but it's the whole thing that I don't know, you're not really spending time with the birthday person. You're in a table, you're ordering your food, and then you're splitting a bill, and maybe the other person ordered the surf and turf. You order
the
a
$60,
and
you bought an appetizer.
I don't know.
Agreed. It's true.
No, and you see my parents, again, I'm going to bring my parents up because the older generation's always been if you invite somebody for your birthday, you pay. That's always been, you pay for everybody.
Yeah.
And I told them things have changed. Things are not, if things have changed immensely from when you started growing up to us now, that's not how we do that. That's not how it's done. Not in these times. Now you invite people and it's everybody's so do we pay for the birthday person? Do we pay?
Well, actually,
do we pay
that's
for
the right thing. That's
That
the
is the
right
right
thing
thing
to do.
to
But
do.
people
That
start
is the
saying,
right thing to do,
how are we doing this? And everybody's and I'm well, they invited us, but my dad would be if you're the birthday girl and you are inviting, it's because you are paying. ¿Me entiendes?
That's the old school mentality.
That's
Wait,
the
when
old
is your
school
dad's birthday
mentality.
again?
Don't
Where we going?
invite people unless you're willing to pay for them.
Correct.
Yes.
He's tú invitas a un cumpleaños, for my English speakers there, you invite for your birthday or whatever. You are treating everybody because you're inviting people for your birthday. And I'm well, I see that. That's the old school mentality, but now it's different. I told him it's not like that. That's
different.
not, He's if you invite for a birthday party, Darlene, you have your 50th birthday party and you make a huge bash.
Coming
you
soon.
are inviting everybody. It's not that people are inviting you. And I'm it's Darlene's birthday. So it would be her friends come and they invite her. But he wouldn't think that because you made the plans. ¿Me entiendes lo que te digo?
Yeah.
You made the plan, so you pay for everybody. And I'm well, times have kind of
And
changed.
there's people that still do that. There's people that still do that, I think, But But some people are not in a financial, in a
to do
financial
that.
state to do that. So it's like, hey, you know
Yeah.
what? Instead of having a party at the house where I'm going to spend $1,000, I'll do it at a restaurant. I'll invite my friends, and then everybody just pays for their own dish.
That's
the
true.
mentality,
That's
right?
what- yeah,
So
that's
that way
now.
I'm not paying for it, but I still get to celebrate my birthday.
Yeah.
So is
See,
there a wrong or right here? Like, hey, what is happening?
No, it's interesting, the whole birthday thing. It has nothing to do with restaurant, but my friend Carla, she came from Puerto Rico, and for her birthday she wanted to have like a holistic birthday and a spa, massage, and she treated me and our other friend Marta, and I was like, wow,
Pero es que my dad would say that's correct.
And we fought it over
Yeah.
text and for a while, because it's like, no, it's your birthday. And eventually she's like, no, this is my treat and this is what I want to do. And she flew out here to Florida and she treated us. And I was like, wow.
But if you think about it,
that's an old school mentality.
your friends would treat you, because like I would think, if you're my friend, I'm gonna be like, Darlene, I want to treat you. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're gonna pay for me on your birthday? But I guess it
Yeah,
goes
it's
back
so
to
true.
like the old school way of thinking is like, if you invite somebody, it's like if I'm on a date and I invite somebody, I'm paying because I invited you to come.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know, I guess my parents have like generalized that in a way, like if you invite, you pay. But I'm like, why would a birthday girl pay for her
Pay
own
for
meal?
her own meal. I think it just depends on the situation. I mean, I had a similar incident where during COVID, I like to travel during my birthday. I'm always out. I always go somewhere. But during COVID, we couldn't do anything. So what do? I rented a yacht. And it was the people that I used to hang out with in COVID, because now I can't invite, people that maybe have been exposed.
It was your bubble.
So it's the people that I was hanging out with that I'm like, hey, I rented a yacht, let's go. And they were all like, hey, how much? And I was like, no, it's my birthday. I want
got
to
it.
treat you guys. I got it. Like, let's go out and have some
Why
fun.
wasn't I part of that
Because
bubble?
you weren't part of the COVID group. It was literally the neighbor to my right and the neighbor to the left.
Exactly.
Which are
Right?
awesome,
You know
by
what
the
I
way.
mean?
They're
So
great.
it was literally the neighbors. But that was like, I go back and I think, would I do it again? Probably not. That was a one-time thing, and that was it. It was like special. It was my 40th.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to do something different. And then you kind of get to know people, right? You kind of get to know people. Like, if we're always going out together,
Yeah.
Darlene is the one that she's gonna have her own bill.
Yeah.
Split it.
Yeah.
Monica
It's
and
on
I
the
will split
record.
whatever else we have, Like, so you get to know your friends and you just like kind of go with it. It's like, they're really right or wrong. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but how do you? What do you do in those situations? Let's say you have that tiny salad and you had a Diet Coke, and then you get, okay, so we're splitting the bill, and you get 125. Like, what would you do?
I think you need to be upfront. I think you just need to say, hey guys, I had a salad. I'm just gonna separate my bill. I think be as transparent as you can, so that I think at the end of the day, the waitress is not going back and trying to do the math again, because
Yeah.
that's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why people split the bill, because
Yeah.
they don't want to put them through like
This whole thing.
of like
Yes.
split it divided by 8. So from the minute that you order, you say, hey, my bill is going to be separate.
Which
That's
is-
it.
it's the way to do it.
It's the way to do it.
And- and-
Transparency.
And it's interesting when you said about your parents, because
Yeah.
it took me so long to tell my parents it's okay to say you want a separate check.
Yeah.
Because I would say less than 10 years ago, we would go out, oh, no, but wait, everybody's coming, okay, we have to pay
Exactly.
for them.
Right.
Yeah.
And we can't afford it. And I'm like, no, you don't have to pay for anybody. You pay your own bill. So the first few times when they started asking for the separate bill, and I could see it, they were so uncomfortable. They're like, wait, how do we do it?
Yeah.
Estamos
It's
en un
old
cheque
school.
aparte. And I'm like, it's okay. That's how we do it. And I wonder when that shift started. Because
My
apparently
dad-
it used to be the other way around.
If we go out to dinner, my dad would never. What do you mean split the check? Like, we're eating together. It's one check. And usually he'll say something like, okay, well, no, I got it. And then they fight. It's the old school way of like, I don't know. My dad's Cuban. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like that. It's like depending on like, I guess in the atmosphere that we're in, he'll be I don't know. He'll be like, I got it. And then he got Benjamin used to that. So then they start fighting over the bill. No, I got the bill. No, I got the bill. And then finally we got to a point now where it's kind of like, okay, we'll split the bill. It's one bill, but we're going to split the bill.
There you go.
You know, so.
And you know, it's so funny. We were out to dinner with good friends and we all had our kids. And then John must have been like, John's my son, and he must have been like 10. So there are our two friends and we're fighting over the bill. And he's like, I don't understand why you guys are fighting. Just let him pay. He wants to pay. And I'm just like, really? He did not understand the concept. He's like, why is there something to fight? I'm like, no, you take it. No, I'm going to pay for it. And talking to the waitress, and we're like, I got it. Please don't take their credit card. I got it. And they're like, no, we're going to pay for it. And John's like, why are you guys fighting? He wants to pay for it. Just pay for it. And I'm like,
Straight to the
just
point.
take it for free. Like,
he's like, I don't understand that. I don't understand this whole fight over the bill thing. And I'm just like, yeah, I guess, you know what? Let's just split it, guys. It would be so much easier if we just split it, you know? So
I don't know if there's a right or wrong.
I don't know.
I think it depends on the friend. If
Yeah,
it's somebody
agreed.
if it's a group that you don't know well, or you only know like one couple, I would not go. I would not go, or just do the, separate check. But yeah, I rather for birthdays either at a house, the park, but yeah, the whole the restaurants with so many people and all that, it's a little bit.
Yeah, I
comfortable
think
at
you have
times,
to
yeah.
be conscious who you go out with, because you have friends that will drink a bottle of wine, but then you have other friends that they will order the caviar and the champagne.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's like, but they're in a whole different like
Level.
tier of spending, and you're like, this is not my usual Thursday, like, so you go out with them, you know that you're gonna have that elevated extra expense that maybe you didn't sign
Meaning
up
we
for.
are adult enough to say, let's analyze this before
Yes,
we even say
before we even
yes
say
to
yes.
the plans.
Yeah, and we're adults too to know that if you're the host of that party or something, be a little bit fair when you offer to, hey, everybody, let's split it in 10.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it's not fair. So that's the what would you do for today.
So now we want to know what would everybody that listens to us do? Like, people, if you're listening to us, like, what would you do in this situation? Is it right? Is it wrong to split the bill? Is it wrong to, put it all in one and just pay $10 worth of like $1,000 of food that you didn't order? I mean, what's the right thing to do?
And if you're leaving the party early, just make sure that you really Venmo them at the moment.
Exactly. And
Or
don't
throw the cash in. And remember, there's taxes and there's tip. Because
Yes.
that's another thing. Like, okay, my salad was $12.99 here, $13. It's like, no, you know what? Whatever. You got to figure it out.
Yes.
Yes.
That is the conclusion to our What Would You Do Wednesdays with Clara.
Good insight, guys.
Thank you, guys. See you
Thank
next
you.
time for another What Would You Do? Bye.